expert mode. Where do I even begin? From having to deal with a million elite grenadiers to the massive amount of hordes created by multipliers, all the way up to the literal incarnation of death, Eradicator Mark II. But despite all of these things, you should play expert more. Seriously. Yep, you heard me right. But you obviously shouldn't play it without knowing what to even do, cause like, you'll just die. So, how exactly should you play, and why should you play it more? Well, in this video, we'll come to learn why. First of all, we need to analyze how expert really works, and really delve deep into how it functions. Alright, I'll save you all the boring shit. It's the hardest game mode in TDX, and probably the most fun to play. But yeah, that's all about it. It's considered the hardest game mode, well, we don't count Sniper. But I mean, like, is it really that hard? Well, kind of. But here's the catch. Expert might seem intimidating at first, but just like a wise man once said, you ain't know it until you try it. That's probably not what he said. To make explaining easier, I'll go over it like this. Expert's main difficulty is highly dependent on 5 certain waves. Those 5 waves being Wave 18, Wave 19, Wave 22, Wave 30, and obviously Wave 40. But what happens in these 5 waves exactly? Well, let's take a look. On Wave 18, we have 8 Resurrected Rangers with 3 Knights, both of which are very tanky and are very fast, making them a massive threat. Compared to the waves before, this is a massive difficulty spike. On Wave 19, we have the first ever appearance of Elite Grenadier, quite early compared to Intermediate. On Wave 22, we have 2 monsters, a Charger, and an Elite Grenadier. As if an Elite Grenadier wasn't fucking enough, we have more. On Wave 30, 3 Predators appear. While not much of a threat on their own, Predator times 3 is a recipe for disaster. Then on Wave 40, you all know who he is, the man himself, Mr. I can't beat them, so I'll just fucking kill them. There are more waves like this, but I believe these 5 are the hardest out of all of them. Anyway, I'll give you my opinions on these waves as a solo player. On Wave 18, you should focus on killing the Rangers with artillery, and once they're dead, you should try to finish off the Knights all at once, using 4 2-out artillery. On Wave 19, you should focus on killing the Elite Grenadier as fast as possible, and clean the shocks before they overwhelm you. On Wave 22, you should, again, kill the Elite Grenadier and get some more DPS to stop the Charger. On Wave 30, you should get more DPS, preferably top path max laser gunners and juggernauts, as we need a lot of DPS. On Wave 40, you should always go for 8 or 9 max relic gunners. Normal units like juggernaut and laser gunners just can't keep up, as you will run out of money very quickly, since Eradicator Mark II kills pretty much all of your towers. You wanna know the best part about playing expert? Gives you fat stacks of cash, and a lot of XP too. By playing only one match on, let's say, a normal difficulty map, you get about 1.7k cash and 11k XP, which is quite admirable. But hey, don't get ahead of yourself just yet. It takes like half an hour to beat this mode. Though, if you only play one match per day and can't do multiple, playing expert is an amazing grinding strategy. But for the people that can do multiple matches, expert may not be the best, but everyone's got their own way of playing, right? Playing solo expert has made me a way better player overall. Despite having to follow a strategy, I've slowly started to understand how everything works, and I don't have to rely on the strategy anymore. And now that I know how to play this mode, I have way more fun overall. Maybe one day you'll start enjoying expert too. Maybe one day you'll stop using a strategy and start to play expert for what it is and not what it rewards you. So, in conclusion, we should play expert more.